Guys, I sound sick. I really do. I don't feel good. The only reason I've been able to film today and this entire month is because I called out of work sick because I'm so congested. My head still hurts. There's like this pressure in it, and it's because I got stuck in the rain helping my dad yesterday, and it was like pouring. The thing about Florida is it will like be storming either for 5 minutes or for 5 days, especially in hurricane season. You never know. And it was like heavy rain, and I got stuck in the rain helping him move some pumps, and I'm not feeling good. So I had to call out from work, and I'm just so tired. But this is a big but. I have been very busy this month. So I got some loot that I do want to talk about, so we'll do that in a minute. But I want to give you guys an update on everything. So I mentioned last month's vlog the panel that I was a part of and the workshop. I'm super excited. It's this Friday. The panel was last Friday, and let me tell you something. This was so much fun. I was a little nervous, not gonna lie. You could definitely kind of hear it when I was doing the presentation, and my mom did film it, so hopefully I'll be able to get the clip from her and place it in here so you can hear it, the panel. It was super, super fun, very awesome. I had a great time. The other artists that were there, it was Blake Emery, and his stuff, dude, super cool, awesome artist. And then Stephen Klein, dude, his work was absolutely amazing. So it was really an honor to be... Oh, Coco's barking at something. I don't know what. Coco, what are you barking at? There's nothing there. It's a garage. Anyway, so it was a real honor. She's doing it on purpose now. It was a... It was a real honor to be on stage with them and get to know them. I had not met them before, so it was really cool going in and hearing their point of view on things and meeting them and discussing this medium that all three of us love. It was really cool. And to see where they're at in their careers was really cool too. So really enjoyed it. If I remember right, I'm going to try and link their Instagrams in the description, mainly because I got Blake's Instagram. I didn't get Steven, and I don't know if he has one, only because he is an older gentleman who mentioned that he's not very much on social media and he had a few platforms. Don't think he mentioned Instagram was one of them, so hopefully I'll be able to link something from his stuff because it's absolutely amazing. But I'm going to try and link them in the description. If I forget, please let me know. I will edit the video and add it in. I know sometimes when I film stuff in the beginning of the month and I go to upload the video at the end of the month, I can miss these details. But after our panel ended, we did have a little bit of time to walk around, and a new panel begun, and that was really cool because that had Jim Paletto and of course his wife Amanda O'Connor, who they were incredibly nice, and we also had Greg Whedon there. So I wasn't too familiar with Greg Whedon, but Jim Paletto, I really do like his Harley Quinn work. I think he's a really good writer. And then Amanda, I really like her artwork. It's a little more rounded than what I personally normally gravitate towards in comic art. But I think her expressions, her creativity, her gags, she's a really amazing artist. So it was great not only getting to hear their point of view and their knowledge, but I got to talk to them after the presentation, and I have to say, they were so nice and sweet. They're just super chill, super down to earth. They were talking to us about future projects. They were talking about different advices. They were answering my questions. They were such incredibly nice people. I really enjoyed my conversation with them. And the fact that they're local too is really cool. So that was a really, really great time, and I enjoyed the entire experience. They were just so incredibly nice. And then after their panel, we went upstairs because Blake had a reveal for a new artwork that he did, which is absolutely stunning. Super beautiful. It's a huge oil painting. It's very, very stunning work. His work is so nice. So really just want to say and uplift those artists there. They were incredibly nice. It was a great event. I got to meet so many nice people. So this was really, really cool. I got to meet a couple fans, so that was really cool. So thank you guys so much for showing up. That was really a great experience. I really enjoyed the entire time. So the Friday went super well. I was really nervous, and that's why I didn't really film, and also I was super busy talking to so many people, so I didn't get a chance to film anything, and I think it went really well. It was definitely a very big learning opportunity. It was definitely something that I was really excited for. The funny thing about the panel layout is they switched it. So originally I was going to be the last one to talk, but they switched it last minute and I was the first one to talk, so that threw me off a lot. I was like, oh no. And usually I'm really good at rolling with punches, but this is one where I was definitely a little out of my element. But again, still really loved it, still enjoyed it, so very excited about that and how it went. Super fun. Next day I went to work, had an awesome day at work. I was off yesterday, got stuck in the rain, called out sick today. Going to before Friday, I've been gearing up for the workshop. So I have been working on my PowerPoint, I've been working on the illustration that we're going to do. I have been really trying to make this as amazing as possible, and I really enjoy the resources that I have made, and overall this has been a super fun time. And I've been working on a piece for their fantasy exhibit. So this is an 11 by 17 piece of paper that I have been slowly doing an illustration. I'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek. I have been struggling with texturing the creature in it, which yeah, that's not fun to do. It's very difficult, but we're going to leave that, and I'm focusing on making it as good as I can, and that is the important part. Sometimes you just got to roll with the punches and make it work. So been working on that. I've also been working on a sci-fi piece as well, but I put that on hold to work on the fantasy piece because I got my dates mixed up and I thought the fantasy one was coming up first, and I'm starting to get a little nasally because I'm still congested. Yeah, it's just been super busy, super rough, trying to get as much done as I can during the day. It's currently 2 o'clock and I feel like I've gotten like nothing done, despite actually getting a lot done. And sleeping in too. Like, I slept in because I'm just so... Hopefully I'll be good tomorrow. I've taken a bunch of medicine, so I'm hoping. If not, I got power through because I got to go to work. But either way, I'm going to talk about some loot because after I got stuck in the rain, I decided to hang out with Krista and Alex. I should have stayed home and rested so that I didn't get sick, but you live and learn. And I got some cool loot, so I'm going to start with what I got at Barnes & Noble, which is 2 comics that, if you know me, will not surprise you. For one, I picked up this right here, World's Finest. This is the first 5 issues. And the reason I picked this up is because I'm missing issue 2, 4, and 5 because I let my dad borrow it and he lost them. So, really good to get these issues back. But more importantly, Dan Moore's art is so good. I love his artwork. His ability to get such great expressions. His anatomy is solid. It's simple, clean, but still eye-catching. It's very good. Very phenomenal art. He is in my top 10 favorite artists. He's number 10. He was a recent comer into my top 10 favorites. I absolutely love his work. Truly phenomenal and great artist. I really recommend giving this dude some attention. His work is so good. He also did some stuff with Power Rangers with Boom Studio, so that was not my first introduction to his work. This really was my first, like, actually getting to know his name and seeing it, but I did see the Power Ranger stuff and thought, wow, that's really good. And then I saw this and realized it was the same dude, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I really want it. And so I went back and saw more of his Power Ranger stuff. Either way, go check him out, super cool. And then I also found this. This is the 40th anniversary Evil Dead comic. So the artwork in here is really gnarly. I don't think I can really show much of this, like, on camera because it's Evil Dead. Yeah. Oh wait, maybe I could show the first few panels. It's really interesting because it's not like your traditional... Oh yeah, no, I can't show. There's too much going here. So, it's not like your traditional comic. It's more painted. But what I really like about this is that it uses the original script. So there's extra scenes that were meant to be in the original. And it's a very painted look. It's very different. Like, the cover, that's pretty much what the book actually does look like on the inside. And it's really cool. I really like Evil Dead. Preferably Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness are my 2 favorite in the franchise. They're the ones that I revisit the most. I actually don't really revisit the original Evil Dead, but I was really excited to pick this up and read this to see what kind of new context this can add to the story. So, very happy to have these guys. And then I also went to Hot Topic, and I found 2 really cool things that I was really excited for. Starting with the 85th anniversary Tim Burton Batman. So that's the scene where he has the cape and he flies down, like, super cool, nice little keychain. It was less than, like, oh no, it was actually $5. I was gonna say it was less than $5, but it was $4.99. Technically right until you factor in taxes. But either way, super cool, very excited to have. And then this I saw, and I had to have this Funko Pop. So yes, I did get 2 Funko Pops from Hot Topic. I got, of course, the Batman, as I just showed. This is one Funko Pop I've been wanting for a while. They only released it once, and it sells for a lot of money on the aftermarket, and I'm not willing to pay that money. But seeing that they re-released it, I had to pick it up. and that is the Gill Man from The Creature of the Black Lagoon. You guys know I love Universal Horror. You guys know I love the Universal Monsters. The Gill Man and Frankenstein are my two favorite. They're actually right now the only NECA figures I have from their line. I do want to pick up more at some point. It's just that those take priority. And one day, I would like to collect all of them. I would like a Bride. I would absolutely love a Frankenstein. I would kill for a Frankenstein, actually, because that thing looks amazing. Wolfman Dracula I would like to pick up as well, but I'm so happy that I was able to find the Gill Man. This was the only one they had, by the way. They had 4 of these dudes, and I was tempted to buy all of them, but I decided not to and just stick with this. And this dude was less than $12, which I think is a really good, fair price. I'm not going to keep him in the packaging. I'm going to open him and put him somewhere in the studio. I don't know where yet. I just absolutely love the Gill Man. He's just one of my favorite creations and creatures in all of horror. I know those movies can be a little campy, but they're really fun. You know, I grew up with them. I really enjoy them. My dad showed them to me and my sister, and I think this is really cool. A great little tease for spook season. So very excited about that. Really happy about this stuff. Really excited about the panel. Really excited for the workshop. So getting everything geared for that. But ultimately, I have been just having a lot of fun with everything. I've really been enjoying just doing everything I can. Going in and just pushing myself and talking to people and just having the best time that I can being an artist. So really excited about that. Also, I submitted for my teacher's license. So that has been submitted. I'm waiting to hear back from the Board of Education. That process should take about 1 to 3 months. So kind of sucks it takes that long, but I'm really excited. So looking forward to that, and yeah, just doing the best I can, however I can. You guys are absolutely amazing. I'm going to try and keep up the fun energy. I haven't been able to film because I've been so busy with stuff, but hopefully you guys will understand the break in content and be able to just kind of keep rocking and rolling. You guys are awesome. Hopefully I'll have more clips to film and I won't be super busy. If you guys can hear that, that's the AC, and that's also, by the way, the fan, because it's really hot in here, so I have to run them, and I'm hoping that I can cool off the studio quite a bit because I do plan to film, and I don't like the background noise of the AC and the fan, so I'm gonna have to power through some very intense heat to film today, which, by the way, I need to film today because it's been like 2 months since I've actually filmed stuff. It has been very busy. As I mentioned in the previous clip, in the previous vlog, I have a lot going on. So that's why I'm here today, to actually recap some of that, to tell you guys how it's been going. Also, I plan to see Alien Romulus tonight, so I will do an update either tonight or tomorrow on what I think of the movie. I'm really excited. But I want to say real quick that the workshop went really well. So I am so thankful that we had a really good turnout. There were 12 people there, and we had a lot of fun with the event. We had some people come in that they really walked away learning something. Some felt very empowered. Some felt like this was a good refresher, like, okay, I knew some of this, but now I actually have that knowledge kind of back in the forefront. There were several people in the back that they were doing awesome. They had so many questions. It was a real pleasure getting to talk to them. It was real nice to meet everyone. This was a super great, just very positive event. I'm really happy with how it came out. And overall, I really feel like people walked away feeling empowered that they could create some awesome art through the medium of ink. So I felt really happy about that. I also got interviewed by Fox 13, so that was really cool. So that's going to be a 2-minute clip, which I will put as its own video. So I'm going to be on TV. That was really cool. Very excited. The guy was super nice. His name was Barry Wong, and he was a very nice guy. Really enjoyed the conversation with him. So it was a 10-minute interview, and then that's going to be taken and turned into a 2-minute clip. So really excited about that. On top of that, the event as a whole was really good. So me and Sarah really enjoyed it. So I did do the presentation. Sarah came in for moral support, and we had a really fun time. I think the biggest lesson, and what I think is a good learning opportunity from this, is to have a camera set up that can show what I'm doing in real time. So that was something that I thought about, but I figured, oh, that won't be as much as a problem, because I'm used to filming like with my camera here and doing that on my desk, and I should have just played into my strengths. So definitely a learning opportunity from there. So I'm going to get my camera and use the projector that was in the room to project and show what I'm doing in real time, and I think that'll be really beneficial. But ultimately, we are going to do some more workshops, so I am excited about that. We do have some more future opportunities, some more partnerships, so very excited about those avenues. And overall, I just really enjoyed the process of going in and making art and empowering people. It was a really good experience, and ultimately, I had a lot of fun, and I think the people there had a lot of fun. So very, very excited about that. And yeah, I just wanted to give you guys that quick update. I took a couple days to just sit on it and think about it, and I've been also trying to work on some projects. So I'm currently working on a piece for a fantasy exhibit, so really excited about that. I got some fun things that I'm working on. It's this piece right here, which I'm really trying to push myself as an inker and an artist, so always love doing that, and just kind of trying to have fun, trying to really essentially just push myself artistically and just be a better, more versatile artist. But ultimately, things have been going pretty good. I can't wait to tell you guys what I think of Alien Romulus when I see it. I am really excited about it, and I'm still trying to track down the Xenomorph popcorn bucket because that thing looks awesome. I want to mount it on my wall somewhere. Like, that thing just looks so cool. And I don't know if I mentioned it in the last clip. I apologize if I did. But my mom, she got me this hand from IKEA. And this is actually the second time she's got me the same hand. She bought it for me before, and it was in my studio with all my Green Lantern rings. And I was thinking about what I can do with it, and I think what I'm going to do is customize it into a Creature of the Black Lagoon hand. I think that'd be really cool. I could have it either standing out of the wall, or I could make it look like the fossil they found in the first movie. Either way, that is something that I've been thinking about, so maybe I'll start working on that sometime in October, and that will be next year's Halloween video. I don't know, mainly because this year's Halloween video I think is going to be super awesome. Really pushed myself with what I was doing, so hopefully you guys like it. But I'll have this piece hopefully done in the next few days. That's going to be what I'll be filming, and I will tell you guys about Alien Romulus later. So very excited about all that fun jazz, and yeah, just going to keep being creative, keep being awesome, and keep doing what I do best, which is making some hopefully cool art. It's not the popcorn bucket that I've been trying to track down, but I'm so glad my amazing and beautiful wife got this for me as a gift. I love this thing. This is so cool. I love collecting the popcorn buckets, but I'm really picky with them because there's only certain ones that I want, and I always try to make sure I buy them and purchase them with a use case in mind. So for example, the first one I actually picked up was the Batman one, which is right there, which holds my giant paint brushes. I also have the Mario one, which is currently in here, and that holds a lot of paint brushes and my dip pens and stuff like that. I really wanted the D&D one to put my dice in. Fortunately, I could not find that one, which is unfortunate. And then I have two of the 3 Blue Beetle ones, one that I will mount on my wall, which is the backpack, and then the bug one I plan to hang from my roof when I get into my actual, not roof, the ceiling, sorry. I'm not going to randomly put that on the roof of my house, but that would be kind of funny. Actually, Sarah.
No.
Okay, my wife said no, so it turns out I am not allowed to put a giant recreation of the bug on my house when I eventually try to get a house. She said maybe for Halloween. That's awesome. I'll take that. Now, I do want to talk about a couple things. For one, this is a super cool popcorn bucket. I like how the fingers are articulated. And you can actually remove the face hugger if you want to, which is really cool. The one I'm currently trying to track down is the Cinemark one. That's the alien head. So far, no luck. There's not really Cinemarks near where I live, but I really, really want to get that one because I want to mount it on my wall like Predator. So, well, specifically Predator 2. And I know it's not a skull, but hey, it's the closest I'll get. And I have to say, I was really excited for this movie. So the director of this movie, I like his movies. I really like the Evil Dead movie he made. I am a big Evil Dead fan, and I'm a big Sam Raimi fan. He's one of my favorite directors. So when Sam Raimi handpicked him to do the Evil Dead movie, I was really on board with that. And I was really on board with the trailer. Really felt like they captured the magic of the first movie, but trailers can be deceiving. And I am a massive Alien fan. I'm a big fan of H.R. Giger. If you look on this shelf, you will find a book on H.R. Giger. I really like his approach to the movie. I really like his approach to his style of art. Very unique, very macabre, very dark and twisted, but it's so intricately made. It's interesting. It's a discussion point I can talk on a lot. And of course you have Rob Macabre and so not Rob Macabre, Rob Motis. I was talking about him the other day and today, and I'm blanking on his name now. I'm gonna put the name right here. Absolutely love the level of detail I put on the human concept art and sketches. Like, dude is an insane artist, so I'll put his name here to give him also proper credit. But yeah, I love the first Alien movie. I love Aliens. I have a soft spot for Alien 3. I have a really big soft spot for Alien Resurrection. That was the first Alien movie I watched. A lot of people my age, that tends to be the first one they watch. Prometheus I thought was okay, but had problems. Covenant, I walked away really actually not liking that one, and not even liking Prometheus, because it retroactively made Prometheus, in my opinion, worse due to how they did that movie. Either way, I really like the Alien franchise. I think there's always at least some cool ideas, if not fully executed. And so, with this movie and everything going on, I was really excited. And so, I love that my wife got me this popcorn bucket. I need to figure out what use I will have for this, by the way, so please leave a comment on what I should do with this, because I love hearing your guys' feedback. But, I have to say that this movie here was amazing. In fact, I'm going to say it now, this is my third favorite Alien movie. That's right, this is number 3 for me. It captures the feel of Alien. It has the feel of it. It has really good practical effects. CG is on a bit of a wonk. Sometimes it's really good, other times a little rough and a little wonky, but I have to say I was really impressed with the movie. It's very raw, it's very visceral, it's very... I mean, it is one of those movies where I walked away, I felt uncomfortable, but similar to how I felt when I watched the first movie. It's very Giger-esque. Like, they really did a good job paying homage to his work. And while there are some elements that I don't think worked perfectly, and I'm definitely not going to spoil that here, I really don't want to do that here, but I will say that as a fan of the franchise, as someone who loves Giger's work, who loves the other artists that worked on it, who loves the idea of Alien, as someone who grew up watching Aliens, I would watch with my grandfather. I watched the first 4 with him, and then we watched the first 3 Predator movies together. That was a fun week. I really have great memories of that. I love that Sci-Fi had them running, so that was really cool. But I just really liked this movie. I walked away loving it. I think that it is a movie that if you are an Alien fan, I really do encourage you to check it out and watch it in theaters. I think it's really good. I'm very glad I saw it in theaters. Really glad I have at least one of the popcorn buckets. I really do want to try and track down the Alien head one, but this is a really cool souvenir, and I am very glad that I went to see the movie. I loved it. I think it's really cool. So, wanted to give you guys an update on that because I know I talked about that in the previous clip. So, love Alien. Go check out. Super cool. If you guys have any access at all to the popcorn buckets, hit me up on Instagram. That's usually the best way to respond to me. Or you can check out the comment section for my email. Both are really good. Either way, I am very much interested in picking one up. So just putting that out there in the universe. So hopefully someone picks that up. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But either way, you guys are awesome. I'm going to do a couple more updates throughout the month. I finally got the chance to film, and for the last like 2 months I've been trying to film. I mentioned that before, but yeah, really like what I've been working on. I got it right here. I can't really show you guys because it's a special piece, so I will be, I talked about it earlier, but I did start inking it, and ooh, look, it's so good. So yeah, just got a lot that I'm trying to do and a lot that I'm just trying to work on, and you know, just having fun, trying to make the most of it. So just wanted to say I'm doing awesome. I hope you guys are doing awesome, and maybe we'll do a couple more updates. We'll see. I'm trying to. I really am. I've just been so incredibly busy, but I will do the best that I can. Today was an awesome day, and I realized I started the other clips in this month by grabbing the mic and talking into it, and I am really thankful that I did because it let me double check to make sure that the mic's on. I filmed a vlog and the mic wasn't on, so there was just me like that, and yeah, that actually it really stressed me out because I really liked how that take went. I'll let you be the judge which one that was. By the way, it wasn't this month, it was last month. Now, I have a couple things to talk about. I have some loot to talk about. I have some updates to talk about. So, let me just say, I love how busy I am, but man, am I busy and tired. So, first off, I'm going to give a project update. I still can't show the piece because I am saving it, but this right here is shaping up to be probably the most detailed and intricate piece that I have made. As I have been working on it, so many people have said this is their favorite piece that I have made. I'm not even done yet. So the pencils are winning people over, and I actually am so proud of it. I got the pencils scanned. So I will hopefully have them available for purchase, so that if you guys wanted an advanced inking project to study texturing and the art of inking and practicing, I want to make that available as a resource for you guys. So hopefully when I finish everything, I will have the scans of the pencils, the inks, and then eventually the colors all set for you guys. So I want to have it in each stage, the final poster obviously, and then the inks that you can color yourself, and then the pencils that you can ink yourself, and then color if you want, depending on the type of ink you use. Either way, really excited for this project. The way I'm making the video, it's also different and experimental, so hopefully that goes well. I also bought a frame for it, so it's right here in the back. And I do have some comics that my dad gave me to read. I haven't read Johnny Quest, I haven't been reading Dick Tracy, but he's been telling me that both are really good. I am currently reading Dynamite Space Coast. That book is freaking amazing. It's phenomenal. I have the artist edition for the first issue of Space Coast. It's the black cover. I'm going to do some art for that at some point. I love the Space Coast book. Go pick it up. And then I also have this one right here. So this is Batman vs. Predator issue 1. This is the original one too. He found it for like $7.99, not $5.99. So really cool. I did read this a long time ago when I lived in Massachusetts, so I want to reread it. Also having like the original issue, not trade paperback, so I want to hang this on the wall. And then my dad also found this issue of Spider-Man. So these guys are just kind of chilling in the back of the studio because I will read them eventually. Don't know when. And of course I still have my dinosaur toy here that I'm using as a reference. So while I did take a picture of this figure so that I could use for my art, I am still using it visually, and like just, it's weird to say, but I'm actually just touching the scales to feel them so that I can translate that into a visual language in my artwork. So not just looking at it, but also feeling it and trying to capture that. So this guy is chilling right here. This is not its permanent home, by the way. This is just where he's going to be chilling while I'm working on this project. So really like this figure. I still want to get more from the line. I still want to get the T-Rex. I hate that he's $130 now. But either way, did that, and then I also went to the comic shop today, and I picked up a stack this thick of comics because I've been so busy I haven't been able to go to the shop, and I checked the $5 bin, and I found these two books right here. This is a very interesting book. It's Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. So this is volume 1, this is volume 3. They didn't have volume 2. And I was flipping through it, and the art in this book is really good. Like, there's some really solid draftsmanship. There's some solid inking too, by the way. So the book is just inked, it's not colored. I love the look, I love the aesthetic, everything about this book. It's really good, especially the rendering, the duotone, the way they're doing the black. Like, this is a phenomenal book series. I have not read it, but visually, this is a treat. I love this type of art. So really happy that I was able to pick this up. And again, for $5, can't beat it. So these are going to be really good resources. I will read through them for the story, but I had to pick it up for the art because it's so inspiring, especially $5 each. That's really good. And then as a gift from my coworker Alexis, she gave me these cutout mat boards. So these were the centers of some cuts that she needed to do. I don't know how many are here. And instead of counting it here, I'll just put the number right here in editing. So yeah, we'll just do that. And then you can see they do have a beveled edge. So there you go. But I don't know what size. She didn't mention it when she gave me this pile. It looks about 11 by 14-ish. I mean, that's like the normal dimension that I work off of, but let's see. So this is, okay, it's a little over 11 inches. And let's check the other side. Yeah, about an inch or two over 14. Okay, so this is pretty much 11 by 14. Wow, first off, I'm impressed. I actually just eyeballed that, like, holy crap. And two, holy crap, that's really good because this is the scale I mostly use. So this is really good because I can really layer on this. Like, this is a super, like, doesn't warp at all when I hold it. Like, this is a really thick mat board. So very happy to have these. So I can't wait to make some art on that. And again, I'll put the number up here, but this is a really good amount too. So I'm going to have some fun with that. I might, not saying I will, but just a thought, I might actually do a full series with these, so that'd be really cool. I mentioned in the last part of the vlog that I got interviewed by Fox 13, so I'm sure you guys want me to talk about that, and I want to make it its own video. I still will do that, but I will talk about it a little bit here. I got to see the interview. And the guy, first off, Barry Wong, who did the interview, he is super nice, super sweet. He was a really cool guy. I really am glad I got to talk with him after the interview and everything. We got to know each other. He was just super chill and down to earth. I really enjoyed being able to talk with him. But he did a good job. So first off, I didn't get to see it live. I was at work. So my sister, my brother-in-law, my wife, and my parents got to see it live. I did not. So I got to hear what other people said. And actually, some of the people that shop at my store, when I told them this, they actually went out and set timers to watch it live. So Mark, who is a really chill, super awesome dude, he does these really nice pastel artwork. He's currently doing a portrait of Abraham Lincoln that's absolutely, his work's really good, man. He's a really chill dude, but his artwork is phenomenal. And I enjoy talking with him every time he comes in. He's just such a nice guy. And then Mr. George saw it too, which was really cool, so I got to talk to him about it. And I was just like, I seeing it like the next, like not next day, but seeing it when I got home and being able to like, Barry did a good job filming. And I don't know if, I doubt he edited it. I'm assuming he didn't, like he just filmed and gave it to someone else to edit. But whoever edited, like, oh my gosh. Like, I was speechless when I saw it. I just could not fully articulate how just happy I was that it came out, because I was a little nervous during the interview and I was a little nervous during the workshop. But I felt like everyone walked away with this passion for inking art and for the art of inking, and to inspire to make their own art in some shape, way, or form. It doesn't have to be ink, as long as they walked away. And I felt like a lot of people did. And seeing the interview was really cool because it was just so like amazing. I'm gonna link it in the description, and then I will make another video talking about it. But oh my gosh, it was just so like, it's a very like humbling experience that I was able to be interviewed, and that people wanted to hear what I had to say, and that I was featured too, like on TV. Like I just wasn't expecting that. So that was very humbling, and I just wanted to talk about that briefly, and I'll make a separate video showing the actual interview. So very cool. It was very nice. Again, it's a very humbling, very cool experience, so I really enjoyed it. But I want to thank you all so very much for watching. I definitely have a little bit more planned for this month, and I'm going to keep working on my artwork. I just got a lot going on, but I'm going to be doing more workshops. I'll be doing a watercolor one in November. I'm going to be doing some speaking at USF, and I'm going to also be doing some local schools, doing some discussions on animation. So overall, I am so thankful that I am having these opportunities pop up, that I get to share the passion that I have and to highlight the mediums that I love. So I'm speechless. Like, I'm so just over the moon that people are letting me talk about my passion and the mediums that I fell in love with and what makes them so unique. So I know I've talked a lot already. Like, this is already probably a 10-minute clip, but stay tuned. We got a little more. And I want to thank you all so much. We did go over 700 subscribers. You guys are amazing. So thank you all again. I'm going to have something hopefully special planned soon. Again, it's been a little wonky. It's been a little crazy. But I want to thank you all so much. Let's keep being creative. Let's keep being awesome. We got one more clip to close out the month. So I have to break the illusion. That date right there is wrong. It is not the 31st. It's actually the 1st of next month. So we get a little bit of a dip into what should be next month's vlog. But yesterday was Noah's birthday, and he's a whole 1 year old, and we had a lot of fun at his party. He got a ton of gifts. He was only allowed to open 2 of them. One was the easiest one to open, and the other one was the one that he wanted to play with the most, that he kept gravitating towards, which was the gift that me and Sarah got him. So super adorable, super awesome. We had a fun time. We also played like Blank Slate, which I've never played before. So after the party we did that, and that was really fun. We played a little apples to apples. Overall, super enjoyable. So I have to say that my nephew is officially 1 year old, and this little bean right here, I don't know if you heard her little she's jealous because she didn't get all the attention. It's okay, Bean, you can get the attention here. So overall, I had a lot of fun at Noah's party. I really enjoyed the entire experience, and I just wanted to say, I love my nephew. He's adorable, he's cute, he's tiny, and he is amazing. So really had a lot of fun there. I can't wait for his sister to be here. So my sister is due in December. She's having a girl, and that will be Noah's little sister. So very interesting that me and my sister, it's me, the oldest boy, and then my sister, the youngest sister, obviously girl. So I like how she has that dynamic with her kids. So that's pretty cool. And I don't have kids. I have a dog that is adorable and a little annoying because she wants to be held 24/7. But that is the big, and I do mean the big thing, because I wanted to end the month with that, with his birthday, and you know, wish him a happy birthday, and the fact that my nephew's 1 year old. Oh my goodness, I'm old. When's this gray gonna start coming in? Because I have a nephew that's 1. What the heck? So there's that right there, and then I also have some loot. So I got these at my job. So these are called big ass stencils. These are just kind of cool. I thought that normally I don't gravitate towards stuff like this, but I thought it would actually be really cool to use for like background patterns. So I actually really like how this looks and how I want to incorporate them. I got a couple ideas like brewing in my brain, but these were a return that someone bought online that we didn't sell in person. So we took them in for some reason, and we're just like, well, I guess we'll just clearance them. And I was like, you know what? I'll buy them because I have a couple ideas. So pick these guys up. This one is called Slither, and this one is called not Reptilian, but Reptilina, which sounds like a 80s like B movie made by Roger Corman about a like sexy lizard woman hybrid that's kind of basically Species but without aliens. So I don't know why, but pretty cool. And then I guess that's the lady that made them. I didn't read the back, but oh well. So I got these guys for $3 each. And lastly, I picked this guy up right here. Also, I will say, I didn't just pick those up, actually. I did pick up more of my non-photo glue pencils because I was running low, but besides the point. Now, this is something that I picked up that I was really excited for. I've been eyeballing it for a little bit, and it's something that no matter what, I was probably going to pick it up. Now, I'm not picking it up for its main application, which is toy photography. I'm actually picking it up for the accessories that I can use for my art. So for those of you who don't know, I have these blank action figures that I like to use for my art and for my references. And the reason I like them is because I can set them up however I want, and then I can take my pictures and my photos, and I have quite a few of these guys. So just to run it through, I do have the official Bodycoon male and female. I do have the bootleg version of the Bodycoon male and female. And then I have the Figma male and female. So I have 6. So 3 guys, 3 girls that I can use as references however I want. And I do try to use them quite efficiently. And then I have a couple oddball accessories from them, and then I just gathered throughout the years that really come in handy. I mean, I bought this guy not just to display on my shelf, but also to use as a reference, just for, you know, context. So I like to have references, and I like to use figures because it helps to make my artwork more solid, and I have more control of the figures. So I decided to go to Super Action's website, and I purchased the Casket of Cruelty, which is a 26+ accessory pack for your action figures. Now, it's 11 diabolical weapons, as they describe, and 15 blood and gore effects. And it comes in a coffin. So this is also an accessory. So it doesn't just store, but you can use this as an actual coffin for your figures. And opening it up, it comes with a bunch of, like a bunch. For example, this is just like a fountain of blood. This is a huge ash blood. Like, you could pretty much, the idea is you use sticky tack and you just stick it onto your figures. But that's like a huge, massive, just like blood punch. Like, you punch on it, it's just Evil Deads. This one I think is cool. And by the way, this one here is designed to sit flat, and then you have like the figure that way. So you can kind of pretty much do, I'm gonna grab one of these to demonstrate some of this. But the idea is, like, I guess they're vomiting blood. Pretty similar to Evil Dead, or like he gets shot from behind, it's just a massive blood spurt. There's also like smaller stuff too. But I think what I really like is there's this thing right here, which it has a hole. Now this figure's head doesn't come off, but the idea is you could put this and have your character be like decapitated. That's pretty cool. Like, the gore effects are really cool. Like, there's this guy right here that's just like a smaller like shot, so you could just kind of like that. Then there's slightly bigger ones. So there's this one right here. And again, you would use like sticky tack to apply these guys. There's this like big one here that's like really cool. It almost looks like a weird bow tie, like a Tim Burton bow tie, but that one's really cool. There's like a smaller version, and then there's also like this like one here that I imagine would be really cool. You can like have it kind of be like that, like someone slashing against their face. Like that one's really cool. There's this one here which I'll save for later, but there's like also like these smaller ones here that are like more like bullets, so you can do like bullet shots like in the chest. Which, by the way, I'm trying to find a good, cheap, affordable pack of fake gun weapons. So I only have a handgun for my figures. I want to get a couple like bigger armaments. So if you guys know any packs like that, please let me know. But on to some of the more fun stuff, like a brain, a heart. That one's really good for like the Mortal Kombat figures. And then there's 2 eyeballs. Like, look at this. They're just little eyeballs. So you could just have them, if you use sticky tack, like popping his eyes out. Like, that is hilarious. But let's get on to the weapons. So there's this battle axe right here, which looks freaking awesome. Like, this looks epic. A riot shield. So this is something that I actually really want to be set for, because a riot shield is just awesome. And this again will fit right in there. This one's cool because this is like the back end of like a chainsaw, because it comes with a chainsaw blade. This is one of the reasons I bought the pack too, was I wanted a chainsaw. So there's this here, but this is something I like, is you can detach this and then attach a other type of saw blade. So you have your chainsaw and your saw blade. Like, that's really cool, and I actually kind of like how they're 2 separate pieces, because that probably helped to bring the cost down. And I also like how this is removable, so you can also sticky tack and use that as a hand accessory if you ever want to draw Ash from Evil Dead. So that's where my mind went instantly with this, so that's really cool. There's also this machete, and what's cool about the machete is there's 2 blood effect parts that are designed to fit on it, so you can have like dripping blood, which I think is really, really cool. Oh, this one's not staying on. Does it need to be low? There we go. Need to be lower. Oh, so you could probably do both of them at the same time. That's cool. Does that attach to the axe? I'm just curious. So I haven't gotten the chance to really play with this set that much. Okay, it does not attach to, well, it kind of does, but that doesn't look super good. There's also a katana in here, which I was a little disappointed it wasn't a broadsword, because I already have plenty of katanas. The blood does attach to it, which is super awesome. I was going to say adorable, but I mean, it's kind of adorable because it's like fake, but you know, either way, it's not a bad katana. It's pretty cool. It's not very curved though. There's this one right here that came in 2 parts, and so it's a crossbow. So how does this probably goes in this way, maybe? Oh no, I see how it attaches. It attaches this way. There we go. Crossbow. There's also a full arrow, and then a missing arrow with a blood tip, so you could actually just right onto the dude, which is awesome. So I love that. There's also, for the katana, I forgot to mention, there's this effect right here, this whoosh effect, which is like the only effect I kind of like. Why include this? Like, I get it's to show like action, but it's kind of lame because, for one, it's only with the katana, and it kind of doesn't fit the other one that's like blood and guts, so that was kind of weird. There's also a beat stick, and then a lot of figures include baseball bats, but how many of them include a cricket bat? And I also like the detail, there's blood on it already. Then there's also a nail gun, which is pretty gnarly, so there's some cool stuff you can do with that. And then for me, what I thought would be really, really cool are red boxing gloves. So these are cool because you can just take your figure's hands off, and you could probably just use a little sticky tack. Some people say you don't even need to. This guy fits perfectly on my existing figure. Look at that. This is perfect because the main character in the comic I'm working on is a boxer. So this is a great reference to have a boxing glove that's smaller scale that I can keep at my desk and just look at. Because I would love to have a full boxing glove. The boxing gloves, depending on where you go, are expensive. I've never seen them at a thrift store. And more importantly, this is just more convenient for me because I can use this with my models. Again, my models. So, absolutely love this. And they just fit, like, right over. It's just awesome. It's a little looser, like, if I turn them upside down and shake them, it'll come off. But, I mean, the fact that it held on after, you know, turning it upside down is pretty good. So, yeah, I really love this set. Now, this company has a couple different other sets. So they have one that's just like slime, so it comes in like a futuristic like container. That's just like slime effects. In fact, I think some of them are the same mold that this is here, just green. And then there's another set that they make that instead of coming in a like coffin, it comes in a arcade cabinet. It comes with more boxing gloves, and then it comes with more chilled accessories like coffees, cameras, a switch. It comes with a chair, guitar. Like, it's pretty cool. The keyword is I might pick that one up. I forget the name of that. I'll put it right in here. But yeah, the Casket of Cruelty. This is a really, really cool, really awesome accessory. I'm really glad I picked it up. There's so many cool little finds. There's so many cool little things in here. Now, I will say if you have figures that have grabby hands that aren't open, like this guy, that's probably going to be more difficult for you to use these. Also, these are, I believe, 1/12 scale, while these guys here, I think, are 1/6. I have to double check. So, yeah, that does mean that some of them are just a little too big, but it's, like, almost negligible. Like, it's very, like, minor how big they are. So, I'm actually kind of curious, like, how these would scale in an actual 1/12 figure, which is a little bigger than these guys. Like, would these guys look small? Because this looks, like, pretty perfect for me. Like, I love how slightly big that is, because it adds more weight to it, in my opinion. So, very, very cool. Do a cool Jason pose. Anyway, so I really like this accessory pack. I love how the actual container is an accessory, being a coffin. Like, that's just cool. So I actually have this box right here where I have a skeleton from Hack Studio. So obviously way too big, but I do want to get a better skeleton action figure at some point, because this is my skeleton reference when I need to do a skeleton in a weird pose. The problem is, like, it's posable, but it's except for like this area in here, like it's not very posable in the center where I want to get like a lot of my range and motion. That's why I put a lot of the body language in my art, if you've noticed. That's where I have a lot of expression, and so I do want to at some point get a better version of that. But either way, absolutely awesome. I love this set. I'm going to be playing with it for a little bit and do some photography. So if I remember and have time, I'll put some of that in here at the end. If you don't see it, I just didn't have time. Oh, and I want to thank you guys too, because we went up 100, not 100 subscribers, we went up to 703 subscribers, so I went up 3 more subscribers. So thank you guys very much. You're amazing. That's everything for this month. That's all the updates. That's all the loot. That's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. You guys are amazing. You guys are just, like, thank you so much for letting me do what I want to do. And I just got a couple big things coming up. I got 2 presentations that I'll be doing at a local college and then a local high school, so I'm really excited about that. And then I'll be doing another workshop like I talked about, so that date is going to be November 21st. So if you want to learn watercolor and you're in the Tampa, St. Pete area, feel free to stop by the Magic Museum. I'll make more official announcements. And then I'm also going to be doing a collab on some skateboards with someone, so look forward to that. So I have a lot of stuff coming up on my calendar that I will be working on, but I'm really excited. So thank you guys so much. Stay tuned for more awesome stuff. Apologize for this month was pretty light on content. Hopefully I can make it up with the upcoming month. And of course, October's coming up, which is my favorite holiday, so you know I'll be doing something special. I have it planned. You guys are gonna love it. Thank you all so much for watching.